Howdy y'all, welcome to Haze and Barrel Craftworks here in the Haze and Barrel Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist. Happy Friday. We made it through that first week of February and yeah, we're at Friday. Gotta love those Fridays. And this week, the first week of February, I'm starting out things that the Alchemist loves, and well, you all know that I love my whiskey and I love my bourbon, and I love me some Black Fork Farms. For any of y'all who tuned in at all to any of my videos, you know that I've done a few reviews already, and this week I started off with Black Fork Farms, and we did a couple of reviews already, a couple on Monday, a couple on Wednesday. And if you tuned in on Wednesday, I did a review of Black Fork Farms 2024 release of the Poppy J, their special release, their 10-year. And then I did the 2025 release of the GW. And two of my very favorite. And I had mentioned on Wednesday that maybe I'd blind to see if I could pick a favorite of those. And I talked about throwing in one of my other favorites, the Cask 120, which might not be quite fair because you got 120 proof there. On the Poppy J, you got 93. On the GW, you've got 103. So you're bumping up the proof quite a bit. From Poppy, you're going about 10 up to the GW, but then you're going almost 20 from the GW to the Cask 120. You know, I don't know if my palate yet with me, you can hear it in my voice, still not quite 100%. So I don't know if my palate will be able to pick it up or not, but I want to give it a try and see, I don't know, see if I've got a favorite or pick out a favorite of these and which one it is, because these are kind of pretty much my top three of the select series of Black Fork Farms. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to start out with cleansing my palate with my Yeti jug of cucumber water. And we'll see, I think my beautiful bride, when she poured my blind, yep, A is on my right, B y'all's left as you're watching. So we'll start out here. These have been sitting for a little bit, so we should be all right. Now that one is that one's a bit more on the caramel side, but still has still has some nice grain to it, nice corn grain to it. And also, and maybe because it's a different day or because I still got this going on, but also smells just a touch proofier. But let me go in for my sips. Don't want to jump to anything yet. Oh, that's got nice caramel. That is nice caramel on the palate. Oh yeah. Nice caramel. A really good Kentucky hug. Oh, that caramel's good. And even a bit buttery. The viscousness, the viscosity is buttery. A nice bit of heat on the tip of the palate. And it just swirls that buttery caramel on the tip of the tongue. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. And then after that first sip, that caramel is a little bit stronger on the nose too. Oh yeah. I'm getting a touch of barrel spices on this one, and a nice bit of oak on the finish. Not super strong oak on the finish, but it's in there. And the caramel though, that the butteriness on the tip of the tongue, the caramel just coats the palate, and that bit of oak that I was telling you about, that caramel just finishes in the back of the palate with that oak. Really nice. I'll put that one down here, cleanse my palate, and we'll go to B. Yeah, we got B here. Okay. All right, there's a lot of complexity going on this one. What stands out most to me on this one is a really nice graham, a nice graham cracker. It's the first thing I'm getting on this one. I'm going to go in for my sips, see how it develops. Boy. There is so much going on here. So much going on. Okay, there's that graham I talked about. but there's a nice fire toastiness in here, like you took that gram and you roasted it, or you toasted it over a flame. And there's a sweetness in here. A nice drizzled wild honey sweetness over that gram. And a delicious, it's a delicious musky grain in the barrel, in that oak. Oh, it's just good. And when you do the Kentucky Chew, that oh wow, the complexity in this one. It's like you whipped that wild honey with that musky, delicious grain and oak barrel that you had, and you put it on that gram, or on that, or even there's a graininess in there, so almost like you have a cereal or something, and you toasted it somehow with a nice flame, and you just coated it, glazed it. Boy, that's good. The complexity's nice. I'm gonna have to set that one aside too, cleanse my palate. I'm going for this last one. Okay, the first thing I get in this, again, I get that just wild field honey smell. And I guess what I mean by wild honey is it's not like, you know, if you just go to the store and you just buy a generic honey off the shelf, and it's just, you know, a basic honey. And I don't know what else to say. It's just basic. But then you get a good organic honey, and it's like you're almost out there in the field, and you know exactly what these bees have the nectar they've been having to go take back to their hive to make that honey. And this is just so fresh and from a field, and not processed. Just such a great great nose. And a nice corn smell on there. A nice grain. Yeah, I'm going to give this one that chew, that honey. It really churns up and coats the palate. And that honey is really prevalent. And I get a hint more of, just a touch more of maybe a touch of smoke on that one on the palate, or there is a bit of barrel on the finish, but I feel like I'm just getting just a touch of smokiness. Really nice, but that honey, that wild honey is so prevalent in here, and a little bit of those grains. Oh, it makes for a nice pour. Now, if I had to rank them, I'd have to put this one as my first. The complexity on this one is really nice. And I think you all know that I don't like to guess, because I make a fool of myself almost every time. But why not be a fool? I would have to guess that that's the GW. I'd have to guess. My second one is going to be this one. The caramel on this is fantastic. And it did taste like it was higher proof. So I'd have to guess that's the cask 120. And that would leave this one as the Poppy J, which I had as my my number one. I thought in my head ahead of cask 120 even. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right, but this is what I'm thinking. So 1, 2, 3, and they're all three fantastic. So it's a hard decision to make, you know. But I gotta try to do this and make it in a short video. So I think my beautiful bride wrote it down, and she's got it right here for me. So let's see what I did, or what we've got here. So A is cask 120, and I put that as number 2. B is GW, which I put as number 1, and C is Poppy, which I put as number 3. So for once, I didn't make a fool of myself. So, cheers to that, y'all. And let me take my number 1 to cheers y'all out. As y'all know, I love to have you coming all back around. So please, take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Cheers.